Well, Bill and I became the sort of de facto producers of the Bunnymen and the Teardrops. And Bill also came to me one day and he had this chord sequence. No, he had some... No, that was the second one. He had this thing that was just him. He had this idea for a song. And that became Touch. And it was about... I can't remember, because I can't remember, you know, at this distance, over 40 years later, I can't remember who contributed what. I can't remember if he had the verse lyrics, but he had an idea, and it was about this Japanese, no, it was about an English girl who'd gone over to Japan, fallen in love with a Japanese boy. She'd gone with her parents, but the Japanese boy didn't really care about her and didn't even understand her, but she'd invented this enormous, great romance about him, and he was just this guy who thought he might shag an English girl. And it was kind of, we were also, Bill and I were very much into the Shangri-Las and that kind of music. And we wanted to do something like that, but I was also totally into Kraftwerk at the time. So I wanted to do something a bit electronic with it. And we did this song that became Touch, and we found this wonderful, wonderful girl called Laurie, who was an art school student studying fashion and made all her own clothes and looked fantastic. And she was teenage, and we said, you know, I don't know if you can sing. All you have to do is talk this song. It was a talked verse with a big sort of swoony chorus. And she didn't have to sing, she just had to talk. And we had this sort of you know, rinky-dink little synth going along. And we did it, and we came up with the name Laurie and the Chameleons, and we decided, I can't remember which came first, Laurie and the Chameleons, but Bill and I decided we'd have a name for us producing Echo, the Bunnymen and the Teardrops, and because it was Zoo, we thought we'd be the Chameleons, and because we had all these different colours that we had, and depending on what band we were working with. So we did that, and we put out Laurie and the Chameleons, and then we got a call from Seymour Stein, who ran Sire Records in New York, who we were really impressed by because they had the Ramones and Talking Heads, who we loved at the time. And he said he wanted to sign both Teardrops and the Bunnymen, and we said great, and we started talking about how much, and he didn't have that much money, and he was also quite stingy. And eventually, with the amount of money we were insisting on signing, he said he could only have one band on that basis, and he decided to sign the Bunnymen, although he went in, teamed up with a guy from Warner's in the UK, and they formed a new label called Corova that was half Sire, half Warner's, that the Bunnymen signed to. But he also wanted to sign Touch that we put out. He thought he could make that a hit. So we put that out, and then we did another song under that name, and the Laurie and the Chameleons, which I absolutely love, called The Lonely Spy. We started off thinking we were going to do these geographical melodramas with Laurie as a girl who falls in love with, and this time she was at Red Square in the middle of the night with the snow coming down, waiting for her boyfriend to turn up, or would he make it, because he was a spy and they twigged that they were going to catch him, and he never turns up. And again, it was just a sort of wonderful little melodrama. I love that record. But we did those two things, and again, it's one of these regrets I have. I think we should have gone on and done more, but by then we were so immersed in working on the Bunnymen and the Teardrops that we just didn't have the attention span to give to that. But that became our little moniker.